Hey guys, Henjo555 here with what will be a great pickup video. It's been a pretty busy last couple of weeks and I have a couple of really cool pickups and then a bunch of other great stuff that varies from Game Boy games to NES games to a DSi case, even a Game Shark and a Wii game. So I've got a lot of great stuff to show you guys and enjoy. Alright guys, I'm going to start with the Game Boy games. The first Game Boy game I got, and these three came in a lot, was Qwixx for the Game Boy, just the original Game Boy, and it's a pretty good puzzle game. Now, I know a lot of you probably recognize this game from Nintendo eShop, and it is currently available on the eShop for download. I believe it's $3, but anyways, I think it's worth the download. Of course, the eShop version is not in 3D. Of course, this one isn't. It's a Game Boy. But it's a good puzzle game, but definitely not my favorite. Nothing quite like Picross or Polarium, which are my two favorite puzzle games outside of like Sudoku. But anyways, next game is Shanghai. You know what, I haven't actually gotten to this game yet, but I'm sure it's okay, but I'm not going to be putting my time towards this when I have Ocarina of Time 3D still to finish, but still a good game, I'm sure, and I'll eventually get to it, and if you guys are curious, I could always let you know how it goes. Last game for Game Boy was NASCAR Fast Tracks, just for the regular Game Boy again. And, you know, this one, all these games are in pretty good condition. I did try this game, and it's a very simple racing game. That's really all it is. And, you know, I wouldn't really recommend this. I wouldn't go out of your way to try and find a game like this, but, you know, then again, if you're a diehard NASCAR fan, why not? Alright guys, now moving on to the NES games and my DSi case, which I'll get to, and I have some pretty strong words for that case. But, getting started, this is Monopoly for the NES. It is in mint condition. So again, I bought all three of these games in a lot, and I think it was only like $5 or $6 plus $5 or $6 shipping. So $10 to $12 for three games isn't that bad, shipping included. And you know, this game's in really good condition. My NES is in great shape, which I got from the same buyer. But this is a great game. It's actually really the only Monopoly game on a Nintendo system for a long time. This game is from '91, and it's actually not that bad with a friend. So if you're really curious on a good NES game for friends to play with you, then Monopoly might be the one. But this game, obviously, I'm thinking the most common NES game in history is Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt combination. I don't have the Lycon, but I'm looking forward to getting one at some point. If you guys might have one, I could trade something for it. But you know, you can go ahead and message me or post a comment below. But you know, if you have anything you'd like to trade, then let me know, because I'd like a Lycon to try it out. Definitely a classic. Third game is RoboCop. This is the last NES game, but you know, this is a good game actually. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's from '88 or '87. It's very old, but you know, it's a good classic, and it was also available for the Game Boy. I almost got the Game Boy game, but I just stuck with this because I figured there really isn't too much of a difference. Okay, now on to the DSi Armor. This case comes in, I believe, silver metallic, black, green, and this light blue, which is actually really nice with the black DSi I have. But I have to say, this is a pretty poor quality case. And I have a couple of other friends who have this case. It's a shell, and you just, you know, simply just put your DSi in here, and you know, you just close it up, you know, and it would open. Of course, the top would open with the top, so it's supposed to fit in quite snug. Problem is that it kind of damages your hinge on your DSi, so I wouldn't quite recommend this case. It's from PowerA, but maybe it's just mine. Maybe it's just a little defect that my other friends had, but I wouldn't recommend this case so much. Alrighty guys, I do have one Wii pickup for this video, and it's Epic Mickey for the Wii. This is probably a no-brainer for most of you. This game got tons of awards at E3, many awards after that, and it's just a great game. Overall, it's just a great 3D platformer, and I haven't actually played it yet, but I know, you know, of course it's still sealed, but I know from experience that plenty of people have enjoyed this game, so I'm going to give it a try. It's really my first Disney game I've purchased in a long time, and you know, I know it's going to be a great game, so definitely if you're into a 3D platformer genre, like maybe even Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, this is probably the next step for you guys. Probably give this game a try. Alright guys, so my final pickup is definitely the most exciting. It's a Game Shark for the Game Boy Advance. And this is definitely a very rare item at this point. It's pretty expensive on eBay. It's relatively hard to find as well. And luckily for me, the buyer on eBay included this Pokemon Sapphire game, which is really nice. So, I got a Game Boy game as well, Game Boy Advance. But I do already have one of these and a Ruby. That's the first time I've purchased both Pokemon games, when they released like Ruby and Sapphire and Diamond and Pearl. I only got Diamond. I'm not into buying both games usually, but this is a nice bonus. Game Sharks are very hard to find for Game Boy Advances, obviously. Game Boy Advance was discontinued a while ago, but this is a very nice pickup. I think it's the best I've gotten in a long time. It's not in the best shape, but it works, and, there are some good codes on here, but I don't plan on using it too often, only to get maybe some rare Pokemon that I didn't get before. But I look forward to importing these games, or the Pokemon, on my Diamond game, and, moving forward from there. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thanks, guys.